Welcome back to War of the Rings 2nd Edition, where Sauron is crushing it. Rohan, the last holdout in the southern region. We still have the elves in the Woodland Realm, the Rivendell looking okay. The men of the north are doing fine. The dwarves are okay. But if Rohan now falls to the forces of Sauron, it's going to be a military victory. And we don't want that to happen. We also want to get the ring into Mount Doom and get rid of it now. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Alright, we're at the beginning of another new turn. So the first thing we're going to do is gather dice and draw cards. And I've gathered all the dice up here. I had to refilm something, so that's why they're here. We did move the fellowship last time, so I'm going to leave that in there. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 dice for the Shadow player. He's got the Witch King out now, Saruman giving 2 extra dice. We have Gandalf the White giving us 1 extra to 5. Yeah, nasty. Alright, we're going to look at our 2 cards that we get for the free people. We're not going to look at, of course, the Shadow player's cards. It's hidden information. So let's get looking at our character and strategy card that we're pulling right now. Alright, and the 2 cards we get are the Ents, Awake, and Moot. Play if Gandalf the White's in play, and a companion is in Fangorn. We could make that happen. Roll 3 dice for each result of 4+, score a hit against a Shadow army in Orthanc. The army is destroyed, so there are any Nazgul or minions along with it. So, unfortunately we've got 2 elites sitting in Orthanc. The best we could do is knock it down to 1 regular. So, not really too effective. It says Saruman is in Orthanc with our Shadow army. You eliminate him. Well, that wouldn't happen. If Gandalf the White is in Fangorn or a Rohan region, you may immediately play another character card from your hand. Okay, well, but we do have Nameless Wood. Play if the defending army is in a Rohan region, which it is. Which it will be, I'm sure. If your combat roll or leader reroll scores at least 1 hit, score 2 additional hits. Wow! That is really going to come in handy. I think we want to save this for the battle effect. And then we have Gimbernon the Old, son of Bjorn. Recruit 1 North unit, regular elite, and a North leader at Karok, which is up very far north. Not sure if we want to use that for this, but we also have Scouts. Play if the Free People's army is defending in a field battle. Before the combat roll, retreat your army to an additional free region, or withdraw into a siege. So basically we can just run away like little chickens, which may also come in handy when we need it. Alright, those are our cards. Next up is the Fellowship phase. And we have the Fellowship at 9 on the Fellowship track, which is 1 away from the Morannon, which we could have declared them in Mordor, so we can't. So there's that. So we're going to leave them hidden. We're not going to declare them out anywhere in Middle-earth. And we're going to leave Strider as the leader. And that's the end of that. So we're going to get rolling the dice hunt allocation next. Then we'll roll the dice. All right, let's get to the hunt allocation. All right, we did move the Fellowship in the last turn. So we have to put at least 1 die in the hunt box, and that's all the Shadow player is going to do. He can smell a military victory. He is not as concerned about finding the ring at the moment. He just wants to crush the Horse Lords and win the game. And so now we're going to get to rolling the dice. Alright, 8 dice for the Shadow player. Roll them up, see what they get. And they get 1 more eye. So they're going to have 2 eyes in the hunt box. And they have a couple of event dice. They have 1 character. They have a couple muster. They have 3 muster armies. And they also have another muster. Ooh, that's lots of nasty stuff for them to do. And we as the Free People, come on, let's see about 10 swords so we can move the Fellowship. And we get a character die. We get a couple of event dice. We get 1 muster and a muster army. Ooh. Alright, well, it is time for us to go first if we want, or defer to the Shadow player. We're going to go first. Oh man, let's get to it. Alright, I think the first thing we want to do as a Free Peoples is we want to muster. We're going to get more troops into Rohan to shore up their defenses. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to take the muster die. Let's get to mustering some more units in the Rohan region. And keeping in mind, all we have left is one leader, one regular, and one elite. So we are going to put down a regular and a leader. So we're going to put a regular in Westmet, and we're going to put another leader in Edoras. And that's our muster action. Up next is the Shadow Player's turn. Alright, the Shadow Players, lots of options. But what they're going to do, strangely enough, they're going to use the ring power that they got from us last time, the Free Peoples. They're going to change one of their die. They're going to change this die into a muster die. So they're going to do some mustering in Middle-earth. Let's find out where they're going to muster some more troops. And it comes as no real surprise, they're going to be mustering in the Saruman region. And his voice of Saruman means that he can recruit one regular unit in each settlement of the yellow region here. So he's going to recruit a regular North Dunland, a regular in South Dunland, and another regular in Orthanc. Alright, that is the Saruman player. Let's go back to the Free Peoples. Alright, we eventually will move the ring, trust me. We're not going to do it right now. We're going to use our final muster army as a muster die. So that's what we're going to play. We're going to muster once again in Rohan. We only have one elite left. Let's get it on the board. Alright, our final muster for Rohan. We have no ability to muster anymore. We're going to put the elite in Westmet. So yes, we have forces gathering, maybe to try come help out and get rid of the siege of Helm's Deep. I'm thinking that, but I don't know what the Shadow Player is going to do now. So once more, we go back to the Shadow Player, who has a mountain of dice yet to play. Alright, the Shadow Player has a bunch of options. They are going to use an army muster, and they're going to move 2 armies on the board. So they're going to get marching some troops. Let's find out where and which armies are going to be moving. Alright, the forces of Saruman are moving. They're going to move the 2 elites into the fords of Eisen. He's going to leave his 1 regular here. It's 1 army movement. And let's find out where else on the board armies are going to be moving. He's also going to be moving the southern army here that's taken over Dol Amroth. He's going to move all 5 of them out of Dol Amroth into Anfalas. I believe this is. Yeah, Anfalas. So I guess they're trying to march around into the Rohan region. Ooh, back we go now to the Free Peoples. And the Free Peoples, oh man, we're in such trouble. We have trouble. We are going to use a event die. We're going to draw a card, I think. We need to try to get some more stuff. So we're going to draw a card, and we're going to see what it is. I think we're going to draw a strategy card, because it helps us more in battles. And the strategy card we draw is Celeborn's Galadrim. Recruit 1 Elven unit, regular or elite, in Lorien. Okay. We can't. Lorien's gone. Then draw a strategy event card. However, we have Daylight, which is a good one. The Shadow Player rolls a maximum of 3 dice in his combat roll. So that's good, I think. So we're going to put that into our card hand. We have 4 cards now. Back we go then to the Shadow Player. The Shadow Player has another bunch of options, and they are going to use a muster die to muster once again. Let's find out where they're going to muster. And Saruman wasting no time mustering like a maniac. Another unit in North Dunland. 1 more regular in South Dunland. Another regular in Orthanc. Ooh, yeah, he's building another army to crush the Rohirrim. Back we go now to the Free Peoples. Well, at this point, we kind of have no choice. We have got to try to move the Fellowship. So we will do that. We will try to move the Fellowship and hope they do not get caught. Let's find out with a dice roll. All right, this is it. We have moved the Fellowship. Now they're at 10, which can get them to the Morannon. Next turn, we can declare them in Mordor. Oh man, but we have to survive this entire turn. Ooh, it's getting tense. All right, let's go to the dice tray. The Shadow player is going to be rolling 2 dice. They have 2 eyes in the hunt box. If they roll a 6, we're going to pull a hunt tile from the bag, which hasn't happened yet in the entire game. So let's get to rolling the dice. All right, 2 eyes in the hunt box. 2 dice for the Shadow player. They need a 6. Are they going to get it? Ooh, they finally get to draw a tile from the hunt bag. All right, I'm going to have to get the bag out here, and we are going to be drawing a tile from it and doing what the tile tells us to do. Wow, first time in the entire playthrough, the hunt is successful. Yes, I have my nice dice bag. Crown Royal tiles are in here, and what do we get? Oh, it's never nice. All right, grabbed one out of there, and it is this one. Well, we get possibly 1 corruption, and the Fellowship is revealed. The ring going to the revealed side. Okay, so how are we going to handle this? Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the Horn of Gondor, which has been in play. Placed on the table, Boromir is in the Fellowship. Boromir still is in the Fellowship. After the Shadow player's hunt draws a hunt tile, you may discard Horn of Gondor to reduce the hunt damage by 1. So we're not going to take any corruption damage to a minimum of 0. Any remaining hunt damage must be confronted normally. So Boromir uses the Horn of Gondor in the Morannon, because that's where we're going to declare ourselves, reveal ourselves to. So let's get to it. Alright, so how this works is we are 10 spaces away from our last known location, which is Rivendell. So this is all good for the Fellowship, I think, possibly, maybe. So we are going to be revealed. So we flip the token over to the revealed side, and it goes back to the 0 mark. So we have to declare ourselves somewhere within 0 spaces to 10 spaces from Rivendell, and we are going to do just that. So let's get to it. Alright, so how we're going to do this is we are going to declare ourselves in the Morannon. It is actually 10 spaces away from Rivendell. Well, let's find out how it is. So here's the Fellowship. It's going to go 1 to Fords of Brunnen, 2 to Holland, 3 passing through Moria, 4 to the Dimrill Dale, 5 to the South Anduin Vale, 6 to West Brown Lands, 7 to West Emil 8 to Emil or whatever, Daggerled 9, Morannon 10. So there we are, revealed. Problem is, we are exposed in a Shadow Stronghold, which is not the greatest. Now, the only way we can declare ourselves on the Mordor track is we have to be hidden. Right now, we're revealed, so that is going to cause us a problem in the immediate time frame. This tile gets discarded right now. It's not going to go back in the bag, and it will not even return to the shadow pool when we hit Mordor, because only eye tokens go back in the bag for the shadow. The bag for when you're at Mount Doom. So anyway, we'll get to those rules when and if we actually get on the Mordor track, which we're very close to. That was the Free People's turn. We tried to sneak into the Morannon, but they caught us. But we have no corruption, 0 corruption so far, so that's actually good news. However, Sauron is pretty close to military victory, so the race is on for the Free Peoples to destroy the ring, and the race now is on for the shadow player to crush the last remnants of the Free Peoples in Rohan. All right, back to the shadow player for another die for their action. All right, and those of you familiar with the game are going, hey, wait a second, you missed something. Two somethings, in fact. The path of the revealed by the shadow player fellowship ended in a stronghold of the shadows player, still controlled by the shadow player. We also passed through Moria to get to the Morannon in 10. If we didn't pass through Moria, we couldn't get to the Morannon. So what happens is, for each stronghold controlled by the shadow player, you pass through or end in when you were revealed by the successful hunt. You must draw another hunt tile for each of the strongholds. Bottom line is, we have to draw 2 more hunt tiles if we want to have the fellowship revealed in the Morannon. Let's get to it. This is nasty. So we've avoided these hunt tiles the entire game. The final revealing happened in Morannon. I think we need to be there because we're just going to lose otherwise. So the tile, I guess, for Moria, which we passed through, is the eye tile. Now, this eye symbol, it means how many dice are in the pool, not including the one that we just used to move them. They're also revealed, but we already are revealed. So we're going to take 2 corruption damage because there's 2 eye dice in the pool. So we can just take 2 corruption up on the track, or we can take a random character from the fellowship to take the damage, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead. We have Strider lead. Now we can just take Strider. He's a 3 leader. He would negate all of the things. So we have Boromir, Legolas, and Strider left, represented by these little tokens. So the one that's going to take it for the team, the first hunt tile anyway, is this one here. I don't know which one that is. It could indeed be Strider, and it is in fact Strider who is leading us. Oh man, that is not good. Yeah, I think that just sucked us the game. Strider, his leader ability is to use any action die to hide the fellowship. Well, guess what? We can't do that now because Strider just bit it. I guess he died in Moria. Well, too bad, Strider. You are out of the game. Dead, gone, and no more. Well, that's unfortunate for us. Now, we don't take any corruption, though, which was a very stupid choice on my part, but, well, that's what it was. I was hoping it was either going to be Legolas or Boromir, because then they would have just absorbed that. So we're going to have now Legolas become the guide of the fellowship after Strider dies. So, too bad, Strider. You're out of here. Gone. All right, that was... man, that sucked. That was one of the 2 hunt tiles. The second one we have to draw for the Morannon. And let's shake them up. And what else are we going to run into? And we get 1 corruption. Just a single corruption. We're just going to eat it. We're going to take 1 corruption on the corruption track. And of course, if we get to 12 corruption, we lose the game. Oh man, that was awful. Losing Strider as our guide is absolutely not what we wanted. Back we go now. Oh crap. To the shadow player. Yep, I think that just about nerfed our chances. But that's the way this game goes sometimes. Damn it. All right, back we go to the shadow player for some more actions. But instead of more actions, I've checked the time, and it is in fact pretty much the 20-minute mark. Oh my goodness, that was... we were so lucky. So much of this game, the Fellowship just snuck their way right across Middle-earth to Mordor, and they got hammered. Now, of course, as the Free Peoples player, I had the choice to not reveal them in the Morannon. I could have revealed them somewhere 10 spaces that didn't pass through Moria to not draw an extra tile card or tile, but I opted to draw 2 extra tiles And I mean, come on, a 1 in 3 chance that Strider would get taken out by that by the corruption. Of course, he's the only one that could have let us conceal the fellowship again. Damn it! So now we're revealed, and we can't conceal them until we roll our dice for the next turn, which is a long time from now. I'm sure the shadow player is going to try to beat us into a pulp. Well, that's going to be it for today. Boy, things are... I thought we had a chance to get the ring to crack of doom, but boy, I don't know. Well, we do have quite a few units here now in Rohan. Try to hold out for a while. We still have Gandalf the White and Mary, a leader, 2 regulars hold up at Helm's Deep. Wow, I don't know how this is going to end. It's looking pretty good for the Shadow right now, so we shall see. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. Really appreciate it. And yes, my strategy as a Free People sucks. But, I took a chance and failed. So thanks so much. I'll see you in the next episode.